Hello my YouTube friends, what's up? Hope all's well and everyone is staying safe and healthy. Today I'm bringing you this gorgeous, messy, attractive dish, shakshuka, and I'm throwing in a delicious stovetop bread. You don't want to miss it, so stick around and let's do it. We're going to start off by sifting some flour to knead the dough for the bread, adding some salt, some sugar, and some yeast. Give it a quick mix. And I'm using warm water to incorporate it into a soft dough. For my bread, I like to start off with a soft dough and knead it on a slightly floured surface until it becomes firm. If the dough is sticking too much to your hands, you can place a small amount of oil on your hands and rub it in like a lotion, and this will keep the dough from clinging to it. Knead your dough well and let it sit for at least an hour and a half. And guys, if the homemade bread is too much for you to make or you don't have the time, shakshuka goes well with any kind of bread. I'm going to put it back in the mixing bowl and cover it and let it sit for an hour and a half in a warm place. You also want to keep it in a warm place around 70 to 75 degrees. Shakshuka is basically poached eggs in tomato sauce, but it's extremely luscious. The beauty about this dish is you can have it at any time of day or night. Honestly, the first time I had it was at 2 a.m. in the morning, and it was beautiful and it was perfect. I still remembered it like that moment when you first laid eyes on that puppy you know you're bringing home that day. I'm chopping up the onion, garlic, and tomato. Now over to the stove we go. I'm heating some olive oil in a pan, medium to high heat. Adding some red onions. You want to saute it for a couple minutes. Adding some fresh garlic. I feel like garlic changes the aroma immediately once it hits the hot oil. Some fresh tomatoes. This is optional. If you don't have fresh tomatoes in the house, the canned tomatoes will do just fine. And some jalapeno peppers. I removed the pit. I don't want it to be too spicy. You can also use the bell peppers. Adding some tomato paste, tomato sauce. I will also list all the ingredients with the measurements in the description box. And now we're going to season the sauce. I'm adding ground cumin, paprika, some fresh fine leaf thyme. This is optional. Sugar, salt, ground black pepper. Give it a good stir. You want to even out the spices with the sauce. And guys, I want to add some more tomato sauce, but when I look in my pantry I couldn't find any, so I'm using the diced tomato instead. I just want to crush it up a little bit first, and that's totally fine. Once you got your sauce and your seasoning together, you want to let it simmer on low heat for about 15 to 20 minutes. Let them get to know each other, and also the consistency will thicken. In the meantime, my dough was resting for about an hour and a half. I'm going to knead it back for a few and let it rest for another half an hour. Now I can start dropping in those eggs. You want to make like a little space in between the sauce, kind of like a little well, and you just drop it in. It's a lot of fun, guys. I like to break the eggs in a separate container first, because if I drop one in my sauce and it's not good and it ruined my sauce, I will literally cry in this kitchen. I'm gonna cover it and let it simmer slowly on low heat for about 5 minutes, and then I'll check on it. Hopefully I can wait for 5 minutes. 5 minutes is up. I will gently tap the yolk with my finger. It's soft and the white is settled. We're in business, guys. You can top it off with some fresh parsley or cilantro. I'm using cilantro. Look at this. How incredibly delicious is this looking. Now let's finish this up, guys. I'm starving. I will quickly flatten the dough with my hands and rub some melted butter on it. I will also apply some melted butter to the pan and put the dough in it. Cover the pan, put it on the stove top, low to medium heat. Flip it once. Once both sides are golden brown, we're in business. It should take about 10 minutes to cook. And the final product is here, crusty on the outside, super moist on the inside. Now let's eat. This is an awesome recipe to serve with your guests or when your kids have sleepover. They're gonna love it. Thanks for sharing your time with me. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and notification bell. Stay safe. Love you guys.